welcome back to my channel. Today things are gonna get spooky. Is the first video in my Halloween makeup tutorials. I decided to do this Ouija board inspired makeup, so it was kind of supposed to be like, you know, that urban legend with the demon that lives in the Ouija board, or the, sorry for the noise, thing that lives inside the Ouija board. That's what this is supposed to be. It's pretty easy to do, honestly. It just kind of takes a while. I hope you guys like this look, and if you want to see how I did it, then go ahead and keep on watching.
Alrighty, as always, I'm going to start with brows, which I'm going to speed really quickly through because I'm not doing anything different. There's nothing special about it. It's just literally the exact same way I always do it, using the same products I always use. But yeah, so I'm just going to do the brows, and I'm going to clean them up, as always, with the Maybelline concealer. I know, boring, but that's why I sped really quickly through it. Then I'm taking the Whiiite NYX eyeshadow base, and I'm going to use that to prime my eyes because I want the colors to really pop. I wouldn't recommend this eyeshadow base though. I found that it creases really quickly, like no matter what I do, so I just wouldn't use this one, but any kind of white base would work. Then I'm going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to use the matte white shade to set that base, just so it's not tacky and so that everything blends nicely. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with Succubus, and I'm going to blend that into my crease. The basic eye look that we're doing is a black smoky eye, so then I'm going to take these two brown shades. One of them is a grayer toned color, just to start off the smoky eye. And the reason that I'm blending so many colors into the crease, even though everything is going to be black, is just so that the black Shacks color blends super easily. And I'm going to be using that other side of the Anastasia brush that I feel like nobody uses. You know, that brush that comes with all the palettes. But I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to pack it all onto my lid, and then I'm going to blend out. And I'm going to go back and forth a few times doing that until I'm happy with the intensity. And once I'm at the intensity that I like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my concealer and a flat angled brush, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to draw a kind of like a line like you would do a cut crease, and I'm going to draw it right above the crease. What I'm planning, or what I tried to do, it didn't really work out how I wanted to, but I was attempting to do that neon liner trend, but it didn't really work. But anyways, roll with me here. So I'm going with my Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette, and I'm going to take it on a super flat brush, and I'm going to take that definer purple shade. It's kind of like a lavender purple, and I'm just going to go right over the concealer with it. So this part is going to be a lot of building up different shades of purple, just because I couldn't really decide what I wanted. So then I'm going to go with those two darker ones just to deepen it a little bit, and I'm going to kind of just stamp it in and not really smudge it out like I did the other purple. And then I'm just going to semi-blend it. Alright, now I'm going to be taking the smallest little detailed liner brush and that Whiiite NYX eyeshadow base, and I'm going to just draw, oh my gosh, my brother, shh. And then I'm just going to draw a white line in the center of that purple little winged thing we did. Now I'm taking the Ardell 251 lashes. Looking back at it now, I wish I had used like more dramatic lashes. I would have used something like super long and spiky, but I don't know why at the time I was like, yeah, I want these ones. Now moving on to the face, I'm taking my Wet n Wild primer and my e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and I'm just going to rub that all in. Obviously, it's what you do with primer. And then I'm going to be using my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I am in the shade 05 Warm Beige. I don't really like the wear time of this foundation, but I think it looks really nice for pictures, and you know, since I wasn't going anywhere, I just decided to use it. And I'm also making sure to blend this all down my neck and onto my chest as well, also known as a décolleté. I learned that in cosmetology school. I'm going to be taking my light Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer, and I'm going to use that under my eyes and to highlight as well. Then I'm going to also drag that concealer against the wing shape I made to clean up the edge and give me a sharp line. And then of course I'm going to set under my eyes using the e.l.f. Loose Translucent Face Powder, which I would not recommend if you're going to be taking flash photography. The flashback on that thing is killers, man. To cream contour, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Nutmeg, I believe it is, and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones and blend it out with a Real Techniques beauty sponge, which in retrospect would have worked better if I had dampened it, but I forgot. And then I'm going to brush away the powder and clean up under the contour with the same powder. I was kind of all over the place because I wasn't sure what I was doing, but I'm taking MAC's Taupe Blush to contour. You should use a really cool toned color and it'll like really chisel in your face. I'm also going to contour right on my temple to sort of sink in my face and make it look kind of sickly, like a demon maybe. And then I blended it out, and now I'm going to use my Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner to tightline and waterline, and I'm going to take that black shade and I'm going to blend it right under my lower lash line. And you don't have to worry about being super neat or precise on this part. I made it super smoky. So this shade here, I'm going to drag it down the center of my eye. And then with this purple shades, I'm gonna be honest, I like totally just randomly placed it, but it ended up giving it a cool effect of looking, you know, bruised and sunken in. So now I'm taking a Maybelline gel eyeliner, and what I was trying to do was draw these little like vein things, which I think is kind of optional. You should use a really light hand and just draw little squiggly lines. And then go ahead and just keep drawing or not doing the little vein thingies until you're satisfied with the way it looks. And to blend them in, because it was super harsh looking, I'm just patting them with my Real Techniques sponge. Then to give my brows a little bit more darkness, I'm going to be setting them upwards with a black mascara. Next up comes eyelash glue and alphabet stickers. So we're going to be applying yes and no above our eyebrows as the like Ouija board decoration. This part was so difficult for me. Just watch and enjoy the stupidity, okay?
Is this shit backwards or what? Shit. I'm confused now. Hold on. It's backwards.
Everybody scream! Everybody scream!
I don't know if this is backwards or what. It's like really confusing me. Because I'm kind of stupid. This is like the stupidest I've ever felt in my entire life right now.
Now taking my Wet n Wild Mega Liner, I'm going to be creating these black tears. So I'm just kind of drawing a squiggly line and then filling it in. It's kind of self-explanatory if you watch what I'm doing. And then I realized that it's actually kind of easier to do it with this particular eyeliner because of the way the brush is. If I just lay it flat against my eye or my skin and then just kind of move my hand back and forth, it kind of just gives me the shape I want. Now I'm taking the same contour color, Taupe from MAC, and I'm going to be contouring my collarbones, my neck, my whole chest area, my décolleté, that's the vocabulary word of the day. Yeah, I'm just going to be contouring that. And this is just going to give us more definition underneath all the letters that you'll see later. Then I'm going in with this black eyeshadow from the Wet n Wild Poster Child palette on a small e.l.f. stippling brush, and I'm just going to blend this all over my neck, all over my chest, trying not to mix it with the contoured collarbones too much. And then I'm going to take a super light concealer and place that on my collarbones just to help highlight it. Now I'm using these stencils that I got from Walmart. They were in the scrapbook aisle. I think they're for like lettering on jars and things. That's what the pictures were, but I'm just going to be placing that on my chest, and I had to start from the right side of my chest, which was so confusing. These whole backwards mirror letter things confused the crud out of me. But now I'm taking a gel eyeliner from Maybelline and a flat angled brush, and I'm just going to be filling in the stencils like you normally would. For this part, you want to use an eyeliner that you know isn't really going to smudge and it's going to last all night. So now that I finished filling in all the letters, to set them, I'm going back in with that same black eyeshadow and a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be running it right over the stencils before I peel it off. I thought of this after I did A through E, so that's why those ones are already off. I'm just going to peel them off one by one, which was actually like really satisfying to see. I was like, yes! It came out good. I was a little bit worried, but I like how it turned out. Now that the letters are done, I'm going to draw the ugliest little sun and moon on my collarbones that you've ever seen in your whole life. They came out so ugly, but I was just like, you know what, it's getting late and I'm tired, so never mind. Now I'm going to be lining my lips with a black lipstick. Mine is from Wet n Wild. It's like 7 years old, so. And then I'm going to be mixing a red and a blue lipstick to make purple. and those are the ones that I'm using that will pop up on screen, and I'm just going to mix them together on the back of my hand. And I'm actually using a paintbrush as my lip brush. It came in a set that I got from Walmart and I really like it. And then I'm just going to fill in the centers of my lips with this purple, and I love the way it turned out. Now I'm using Wet n Wild Royal K-Links, I think it's called. It's their purple highlighter and their Mega Glow highlighters. And oh my god, this is my first time using it. It was so pretty. I was like, wow, I was so blown away by it. And I'm just going to highlight all the usual places, and I'm also going to highlight my collarbones. Then I'm going to spray down with MAC Fix Plus and also Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Setting Spray so that my makeup will last all night. And after that, we are all pow. This is our spooky makeup.
Okay everybody, so this is the finished look. This is how this demon and the Ouija board look came out. Of course you don't have to use stencils, you can freehand the letters, things like that. You can change the purple, you could use any color you want. I asked my friends what color they thought of when I said Ouija board and they said dark purple, so that's what we went with. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If anybody recreates it, that would be super cool. If anyone does this for Halloween, send me a picture. That would make me really happy. If you guys have any comments or suggestions or requests for any other makeup tutorials, just let me know either in the comments on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. You guys know the drill with that. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more spooky tutorials. I have a lot of ideas and hopefully I have a lot coming your way. Just I'll try hard. I'll try to actually film. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys in the next one.